Hey guys, we're back making another video on Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, and that is because there is some huge news coming out of UEBS. I think a lot of people are going to say UEBS. So UEBS is finally at an alpha stage. So you definitely want to make sure that you follow on their YouTube page as well as on their Twitter, link in the description below, and then that way you guys can stay up to date with release information, because I'm sure it's going to be coming very soon. He talks about that. So in this video, he shows off a couple things: the battle editor and unit customization. So you have all these various units: footmen, wildmen, orc, penguin, Spartan, Roman. There's a whole bunch of them, okay? And they all have different stats: health, damage, attack speed multiplier, move speed multiplier. But you can change those. So with that being said, this will give us unlimited, endless possibilities of what we could do in battles and have the most outrageous, amazing battles. He's changing the health to max, as well as a ×8 multiplier for attack speed, and keeping the damage the same. So it's not like super OP, but it's still super penguin. And then you can save that unit and then load it at a later date, so you can keep track of your units. So imagine you make some awesome units, and then you could, I don't know if he's ever going to have workshop support, but that would be great if he could. So then he can choose a custom one, super penguin, versus the amount of medieval footmen that he wants, and then he can change the different size of the attack formations and things like that. And so endless possibilities of different unit ideas that we could come up with. I mean, you guys can literally, this will be one of the best video games for user suggestions that will ever exist. I mean, you guys can literally specifically say, I would like to see one orc versus 20,000 U.S. soldiers. The orc has 8 times attack speed, or however fast. He moves like 10 times as fast or something like that, and he can just destroy everybody. You know, just things like that. And so you guys will have control over those things. And so definitely be thinking already. You guys can see the units in the drop down box there, and I'm sure more will be added, but you can see them. And so you can think of ideas already and leave those below, and then I'm going to write them down, because I'm going to make so many videos on this game, and I think everyone's going to. But it's going to be amazing, and the editor seems extremely easy to use. But look at how fast this penguin is attacking at 8 times speed. So could you imagine something that could move even faster or deal more damage? So like, for example, I would like to see this penguin at this attack speed that can move, that does like, you know, 1,000 damage, so it only takes one swing, and he can move like 20 times faster, and so he's just zipping around killing everything. And then in this scene, he's making super catapult that can attack extremely fast, and it's like a full auto catapult basically. And so this one was an awesome one as well. But the cool thing is that I really like is that the different maps, they're all different, and you can customize the placement of the units on them. And another cool thing that you'll see is that you can customize the weather and the time of day. And so I really think that this game will allow you to not only have like strategic battles and awesome idea battles, but you can actually have full campaigns if you want to. I guarantee people are going to get incredibly creative with this game and have like literal battle campaigns and things like that. And so we could get into those types of things too. But I mean, I am just excited for the simple fact that you can customize the stats of the individual things, because that gives us so many possibilities. Just watch this freaking mayhem of the full auto catapults launching boulder after boulder in such a fast succession. I'm just extremely excited. You guys will have to let me know what you think about it. I can tell you this much: I think the game is going to be very close, and you're going to start seeing more news coming out. So like I said, definitely make sure to subscribe to them on their YouTube channel. It's Brilliant Game Studio, as well as on their Twitter, and that way you guys will know when those things are going to happen, because I can tell you what, I'm going to be watching every single day, preparing for this, because I already have a list of ideas. Just from seeing that drop down box, I already have a list of interesting ideas that I think you guys will like to see. And slow-mo, slow-mo. Guys, there is slow motion, which is amazing because that adds to the cinematic effect. So not only, you know, I mean, there's so many different things that go into this game and so many different things that we can do, and I'm extremely excited to see what you guys come up with and what other YouTubers come up with, what other people come up with who are playing the game. It's just going to be such a great game for people to play and get creative, and I think it's going to be one that is going to be huge on YouTube. And so you can definitely probably be sure that you're going to see about 10,000 videos. And then here is the kicker. Once again, you can control units, but you can control siege units as well. And so this was a question I had because I wasn't sure if you would be able to do this. I thought maybe you would need to have like a unit that you control on the siege unit and not directly control the siege unit. And so if you saw the last video I did, and the only other video I did, I showed where they're controlling a unit versus like 10,000 units or something like that. And so pretty interesting stuff, and I'm really excited about this game, and I hope you guys are as well. Okay, so here is another instance of catapult action, because I think the catapults are going to be such an awesome unit to use, because you know, one catapult, I mean, just like in tabs, you know, having one catapult and then, you know, the destruction that one could do. But here you have, in this battle, 6,000 catapults and archers versus 24,000 Roman troops. Guys, these are the types of battles that we're going to be able to see. And the kicker is, if you didn't see the last episode, I talked specifically about how the guy set out to make a game that you can have these many units. You can have a massive battle like this, because one of the things he talked about was he tried using all these different engines and coming up with all this different stuff, and he couldn't make an engine work with what he wanted, so he made his own. Okay, so he has made an amazing engine that can facilitate 30,000, I think it's 6,000 catapults and archers combined, like one number, 30,000 units. And not only 30,000 units, because in the last one, I talked about the one where he showcased 100,000 units. That's insane. Some people said, obviously, that the Total War games can do this, apparently, have this many, but it's not in the same manner as this. Like, this is like full-on customization. And so, and maybe, I don't know that much about those games because that's not my cup of tea, but maybe it's not even this many units. Maybe it is, I'm not sure. But this is totally different from anything I've ever seen. And I don't care either way. I am extremely excited for this. Look at this. Look at these battles, guys. So, obviously, tons and tons of dead units all over the battlefield. Not even getting close to the archers. So many arrows. And the thing is that, you know, one side's complete projectile, one side's complete, you know, footmen, essentially. But the cool thing would be is if you had, let's say you had this massive Roman army, but in the midst of it you had your own projectile units, plus you had, like, I don't know, a couple orcs or something random, but like some big tank unit. Or you can have a gladiator, you know, a gladiator in there who is stronger than all the other ones, and you have, or a couple of them or something. You know, like, there are endless opportunities for wars here, for battles. And I think one thing you're gonna see, along with 10,000 videos from every YouTuber and their brother, and everyone else who will try to get in on this, but one thing you will see is actual people who are doing legitimate battles. So those RTS channels who are probably, you know, going to be in love with this game because of the sheer amount of units that you can have on a battlefield, they probably will do more strategic, in-depth battles like that. And so it could be a video game that I like watching other channels do. I don't watch a ton of other YouTube channels, and so, like, there are some that I do, but my point is like, I could really like seeing what people come up with in this game. Like, really enjoy it. And it's probably stuff that I'm not going to be able to recreate just simply because I don't have the patience and time to think about it. But I'm like really interested in seeing like the full-on campaign battles that people are going to come up with, because I guarantee you it's going to happen. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, I don't know. Either way, look at this battlefield. I mean, that's the type of stuff that I look forward to seeing. Just sheer madness. And like I said, leave your comments, leave your ideas for battles, below, because I want to get in on this early, guys. I want to, when this game comes out, I want to have like 100 ideas and just pump out video after video for you guys, so you guys have endless enjoyment. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. I'll show you another clip, but that'll be about it. So let's go ahead and get into that one, and I'll comment on that one as well, because I really have nothing else to say other than the fact that I'm just extremely excited. Okay, so here is the last and final clip I'll be showing you. This shows something really cool. So not only do you have unit customization and just the sheer fact that you can have so many units, but you can also, when you're in the first person perspective and you're actually playing as a unit, you actually have the ability to order units. You have unit ordering. And so what that means is basically you can take and you can control the battle in real time. So essentially, you take a unit when you're playing as first person, and then you can take and you can order a specific group of units and have them move to a specific location, thus fighting in a specific way. So you see a bunch of Roman soldiers versus 1,300. I don't know if there's not 1,300 here, that's later in the video, but a bunch of World War II soldiers with guns, and you essentially have the ability to, what he does is he takes over a unit and then he can control a group of them. And so it's really cool to see that not only can you customize and do all the things that you can do and have the massive sheer battles, but you also have some real kind of input into how things play out, because having units go straight on at each other might be one thing, and they might have a specific result. But then if you have an input into being able to control a group, like he just turned them green, and then he points to a specific spot, issues an order, they all go over there. What if you did that because you realize, oh crap, this battle's not going to go my way as I'm playing on this side, and so then you switch control points essentially, and you change up how to do things. And then not only that, he makes a point about how you as a single unit could pull a bunch of units away, thus changing the battle. And so I saw this video, I think this video came out like 3 weeks ago maybe, and I saw this video for the first time then, and I haven't watched it since, and so kind of seeing it and talking about it makes me realize just how much more I'm excited for this specific aspect of the game, because you could really, like, let's say you have a challenge. See, here you go. Here's another type of video we could do. Let's say you have a King of the Hill situation or a corner of the city that you're trying to control. And so what you do is you're issued a challenge by somebody saying, eNtaK, take a World War II, range unit or an archer and try to defend said corner against a specific amount of units. And so then you pull them there, or maybe you just set up the battle that way. But then you have like challenges too, and so my point is that there's just so many different things that we're going to be able to do, and so many different things that we're going to see out of videos, that there's just a pile of bodies that I think you're going to find, unless you just don't like the person who's making the video, I'm sure you can find entertainment and enjoyment out of watching anybody, unless they're directly copying an idea or something and you've seen it already. Even then it could be on a different map in a different way, and so it could be totally different. And so there's just so many things, and it's going to, I love these types of games because it really kind of creates a community around it, that there's no real objective, and there's no like, oh, you suck at playing this game, eNtaK, you stop playing Overwatch, which I've only played a couple times because I'm really bad at it. But you don't get hateful comments like that. You get comments that are pretty constructive and cool things like, yes, do this, I got a great idea, I want to see this battle, I want you to take control of an orc and see how many people you can kill, or whatever. It's just really cool to see what these types of games do for a community. Alright, so in this section of the clip, he is showing a zombie invasion. 20,000 zombies versus 1,300 World War II soldiers. He's controlling a group of units, and you can see that he's got attack, go to specific target, things like that. And so there's a bunch of different orders that you can do, and it's just, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. But I actually have not watched this zombie invasion part, so I'm actually kind of curious to see what's gonna happen here, because he's only got so many units. And the zombies look like they have a pretty good amount of health. And so he's just kind of running about. Oh, he almost got a hit there. Oh, they're getting... Dude, yeah, I think the zombies have a good deal of health. Oh, he died, like, immediately. Oh, how cool would it be if you turned in... If you had units turn into zombies. Oh, he's going to retreat now? Go to position. Ah, yeah, retreat. Look at this. We've got a line of troops back here. Doesn't seem to be friendly fire. He's just running into a hail of bullets. You can fight on the stairwells. Guys, there's so many opportunities. Like, the fact that you have buildings like that, you can have, like, you know, Overwatch positions for units and stuff. It just is, it's just endless, guys. It's literally endless. And I'm completely excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. Thank you for bearing with me through this video. I'm sure I'll probably do a couple more videos coming up soon. Just to... He actually has units up on top of that building. I didn't even realize that. That's so cool. It's not a church, it's just some building. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do more videos on the game, or as he releases stuff, because I'm sure he will. And just to kind of keep things relevant and fresh, and that way when it does roll around, you guys are just as excited for it as I am. And I hope that you guys are having a great day and things are going well in your life. And I truly do mean that. Every time I say that, I really do mean it. I think about you guys all the time because all the comments that you guys have left me and things like that, I want you to know, like, it's got me through some, you know, some unstable times. When I see some good, like, awesome comments from you guys, it really picks me up and, like, lifts my spirits, and it's just, I just really enjoy it. So thank you for all the support that you guys constantly show and everything that you do, and I just hope you guys are doing well. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.